see what I'm doing. Well, all right. Boy, I tell you what, this has been a bad week, I tell you. So how's everybody out there doing today? Man, these last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, well, ever since after Thanksgiving, man, this month here has been pretty rough on Scotty Too Hotty, you know what I mean? But it's all good. It's all good. Trying to see where everybody's at tonight. Gotta look at my camera and make sure everything looks good. I'm probably not going to be on here very long tonight. I don't know. Let's just kind of go and see what it does. That's not what I've got on there. I need to reset that. So, man, it's been one messed up. And it's Christmas time too. It ain't supposed to be like this. Supposed to have good times in Christmas, right? Have to leave it all in the Lord's hand and let Him deal with it. That's all we can do. Well, I'm seeing if my younger brother would come in. I don't know if he's going to come in today or not. I'm trying to see. Let me know if you're in there, L&D Fluffy. Still showing no viewers, so yeah, I'm trying to let a few people come in first. So, yep. So, it's showing that he's active now, but I don't know if he's in yet. So, maybe he'll pop in here in a minute. So, yeah, I just thought I'd get on here a little early tonight. Like I said, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on. So, I just want to see how everybody's out there doing. And I tell you about a little bit of how this month has been pretty well rough on me. Man, if it ain't been one thing, it's been something else, I'm telling you. So, I haven't been able to do a whole lot on here lately because of some of the stuff, but all right, I've got one viewer showing, but L&D Fluffy hasn't showed up yet, I don't guess, or Emmeline or any of the rest of them. So maybe they'll all come in here shortly. But we had a real good Thanksgiving and everything. We got back home about 2 days later. 3 days later, I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was 3 days later. My refrigerator went out. So I had to go get me another refrigerator. So, yeah, those ain't cheap. So I go get me another refrigerator. Brought it in. Thought everything's good, right? Well, everything's been pretty good, you know. Been doing some of the flea market stuff. and taking care of business. Well, yesterday, let me think. Was it yesterday? No. Thursday. I woke up cold. What in the world going on with my gas heat? See, I've got a central heat unit that runs off of gas heat. Got a gas heat pump in the central unit. Well, apparently it wasn't coming on. And so I did everything I know that I could do to make it work. I'm not good on central units and stuff, so I don't know a whole lot about. And I know you got to take it, wash them out every once in a while, the filters and stuff. But that's for the air conditioner, not for the heat. And so I got a thermostat in the house here in the hallway. Takes two AA batteries. But the batteries were still good. But I went ahead and went to the store. Hey, man, it's been rough. So, S4, how's it going with you? So, I get up and go to the store and buy some new batteries. Come home, put them in. Notice the heat still didn't kick on. What's up? So my heater wouldn't kick on. So I said, well, I'll call a technician out and let them come out and see what's going on. Well, I called a technician, they came out and they looked at it, and the unit was a 1984 unit. So it was an old unit. And the heat elements inside was all eat up and bad. Well, been in 1984 unit, 5-ton, you're not going to just find parts for them. So now I got to get another heat unit. That's going to take about, he said, $3,700. He can put a new one in for me. And I told him to hold up on it and wait and see what we can come up with. So $3,700, so you might as well say $4,000 for a brand new unit. Well, I got looking on the internet, and Lowe's has got the same units made by, who was that, Mr. Cool, for $2,500, which is about $1,200 cheaper. What's up? So it's about $1,200 cheaper. But still, I don't have the $2,500 to replace an air unit. So, but luckily, I do have a gas fireplace in my house, and I've never had it running. So I had to take it out, clean it up real good and everything, and but we got it lit up, and that thing keeps the whole house warm. So yeah, $3,700 is what they want to charge me for a new unit, and I can go to Lowe's and get them for half of that, $25. So, and it doesn't look like it would be that hard to assemble the old unit and put the new unit in. I mean, all there is your power line. You're going from the little breaker to the unit. Take all them wires out and take the housing, the ductwork off the housing off the ductwork, and simply push the old one out the way and put the new one in, put the ductwork back on, and reassemble your wires. And well, now, like I said, I've got a gas fireplace. It's putting out, I looked at the thermostat a while ago and it says 74 degrees. So yeah, it's pretty nice in here. I'm not gonna get cold. I'm not gonna play that game. There's always if there's a way, there's a will, right? Then my refrigerator went out 3 days after Thanksgiving. My refrigerator went out, so I had to go and replace it. Of course, the refrigerator I had, I'm thinking that's the same refrigerator I had that my mother bought for me in 1999, 2000, when I first bought my first house. She bought me that refrigerator because I didn't have one at the time. So she bought me a refrigerator. It finally played out about 3 days before Thanksgiving, or 3 days after Thanksgiving. Some people said I could probably took it and had it recharged, and I probably could have, but would have been as old as it was just, it was time to buy a new one anyway. So, yeah. It's been pretty rough around here right now. Like I said, I got my gas heater in the fireplace. The guy didn't run it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I missed my central air unit. At least I still got air conditioning. I still got that on it. I just ain't got heat on it. So, probably between now and summertime, I'm gonna probably start scraping up and saving some money. By maybe next winter, I'll have enough money to replace the old unit with a new unit. By next next winter gets here, I'll have a new unit, I hope. You just have to play it by ear, day by day, right? But nobody's staying cold. Yeah, it's been a pretty rough week for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. $3,700, and he can get another unit put in there. He's still charging. If he go with the Mr. Cool unit, like I said, you can get them for 25 at Lowe's. He's still looking at about $1,700 worth of profit that he's making. I just don't know. In a day's work, because I'm sure it's going to take a good day to jerk the old one out and put the new one in. So I'm pretty sure it'll take a while. Because them units are heavy. They're really heavy. It would take at least two good men to push one out the way and put one in, if not three guys. So mine's 5 ton, I think is what I said it was. So my donations is up. So if y'all want to donate, feel free to help me out a little bit here at Christmas time. I still got the PayPal account set up, so y'all can go in there, or you can hit the subscribe button and subscribe, because I am affiliate with Twitch now, so y'all can send a donation through there too as well. Be appreciated. God bless everyone for it. So, and I can understand, ain't nobody got no money this time of the year with this coronavirus on the rise. The government's wanting to do another shutdown. If he does that, a lot of businesses is going to go down and under. It hurt a lot of businesses back in last year or beginning of the year when they did that first shutdown. It really hurt a lot of people then. If they do it again, it's going to kill us. because everybody had a hard year this year. Everybody's had a hard year. I know I have, and I know y'all probably have too. If it's not because of work, somebody being sick at work, you got to be extra caution to make sure you don't get the coronavirus. I mean, it's really bad out there right now with that coronavirus. COVID-19 is really picking up the pace right now. I was reading on Facebook this morning that our not the nearby hospital, but next to the biggest hospital over in a few counties over, the hospital that we've got around here is more like a touch-up band-aid, but if you were seriously hurt or something, they would fly you into Jackson, Madison County, to the bigger hospital. And if it's way worse than that, they'll fly you to the major city where they've got more, can care for you more. But in Jackson, Tennessee, they stated on the Facebook page that that hospital had used up all of their ventilators. All their ventilators have been used up at this current time due to COVID. You know, all their ventilators are taken up for. That's how much COVID we got. So far, knocking on wood, me and my wife had not had it. So we have not had it, which is a good thing. We're trying to stay away from everybody as much as possible. Wear your mask everywhere you go. And it kills me how people wear their mask. When they put their mask on, it only goes up to right here, and your nose is still sticking out. What good is that going to do you? If you're going to wear a mask like that, you might as well not wear one at all, right? Because you're still going to breathe it. They have got some vaccines out. People are taking the vaccines now. I don't know how accurate the vaccines have been. Haven't heard anything about them, if they actually work or they don't. I don't know. The way I look at it, and I'm sure y'all look at it too, everybody's body is different. We all react different to the viruses, just like flu and pneumonia and the cancer and now the COVID. You know, you give us that medicine, some of us have reactions from it, allergic reactions. You know, so you're still in the same boat. So, but I don't know what their outcome is on it. Maybe everybody get better out of it. I don't know. So, yeah. Uh, So, you know, I don't think, like I said, I haven't been on here in a while. I've been in and out from time to time. I haven't really been on here that much. Um, I don't think LED Fluffy's been on here very much either as well. Um, there's a few people that stays on here 24/7, but not very many. So, boom, 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 boom. It has been cold and wet and rainy here in Tennessee. Wintertime is here to stay. Um, I was looking at the forecast. Of course, you can't really believe what the forecast said anything over 48 hours, especially after 2 days, maybe three. But they were showing for next weekend, Friday, Saturdays, it's going to be extremely cold here, like 19 degrees at night, and during the daytime it's only going to be like 29, 30 degrees. So it's going to get really cold then for here. Um, that's cold for down in the south. All the northern people, you know, that'd be like springtime weather for y'all. Um, like I said, I know I used to drive a truck and drive up north. I mean, it's colder up north than it is down here. But it's a more of a dry cold spell that y'all got up there. We got a wet spell cold down here. And if you ever get wet and cold, you're in trouble then. So I'm just trying to see who's all coming in. I've got the Mario Brothers. Yeah, I got the Mario Brother 1 on the TV screen behind me. I got it on pause right now. I was fixing to start playing a little bit of it. But I just want to kind of talk to y'all a little bit out there. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. What? Getting cold? Turn it up. Yeah, I see that. I'm on a live stream. Let me get off of it anyway. I got the live stream. I'm talking to Dustin too. I'm going to get off anyway. That helps. Uh, what, Alex Cross? What about RV? Hey, you want to watch Pet Cemetery? No? Wonderland, This Christmas, Gremlin, Elf, Jingle All the Way 2, Black Xmas. We got the collection of 4 Christmas movies. Uh, uh, Christmas with the Crank, Fred Claus, Dog Protect Christmas, Stealing Christmas. What else is there? Holidays, Christmas Comes to Willow Creek. Wanna watch this one?
What is?
The Wonder. I can't pronounce it. I don't even know where it came from. I don't even know where this one came from. You don't wanna watch this one? There's the Cloud. Any of those? You wanna try the TV?
No.
You know it ain't gonna do, huh? Um, The Perfect Guy, The Gift, Unfaithful, Cruel Intention, Baywatch, War Room. Ain't no Baywatch there. I don't know why I did Baywatch. Bewitched. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I said that for. Boy and Girl Next Door, War Room. Oh, Bewitched. That's why. I guess that's why I said Baywatch. Bewitched. Andy Point, Monster Law, The Choice, Longest Ride, Do You Believe, God's Not Dead, The Shack, Harder Than Me, Heaven is Real. Any of those? Love Story, Over Her Dead Body, Blindside, Broken Bridges, Just Friends, Just Married, Think I Love My Wife, Twilight, Pacifier, Nate Patel, and Losing Isaiah. Fear, Last Song, Just Like Heaven, Walk the Line, Coal Miner's Daughter, Pure Country, Country Strong, Take the Lead, Alvin, Miracle from Heaven, Game Plan, and Taken. The Postal, People, Freeway, 13 going on 30, Big Daddy, The Gospel, Ladder to God, Delta Part, Just Complicated, Book of Talk and the Passion, Decision, Orbit, The Holiday, Christmas, Big Mama How To in Her Shoes, Facing the Giant, Breakthrough, 5 Christmas. I'm gonna get off the Twitch and I'll come in here and watch it with you.
Huh?
We'll get off the Twitch, I'm gonna come in here and watch it with you.
Wait. God. God.
I know, I'm right here. All right, I am back. 32 minutes already, huh? I gotta pull this up where I can see you in the background. So, but yeah, that's how my week's been. One thing tears up after the other. There's always something around here, right? So, yep. So come on in and join me. Have a seat. Let's talk. Who's all with me still? Well, alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream for tonight. Appreciate y'all being with me tonight on here. Keep me in your prayers. So, y'all have yourself a good night. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all on the next flip.